Good morning, everybody. Gosu, Aslan, my draw. Welcome, guys. Welcome to stream. And yes, it is. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Well, it is. It is a good day for gaming news. New things. All right. Let me get started, and we'll talk about new things. So first of all, AdMech got a detachment. Nobody cares. It's apparently the best detachment. Everybody's like, it's the best detachment in the game. Nobody cares. Because then the Necron detachment leaked, and it's better than the AdMech detachment. So everybody is like, nobody's talking about the AdMech detachment anymore. It's just the Necron one being busted. And then also, since it's Heresy Thursday, we got Heresy news, and it was actually Iron Warriors Praetor, which is something that it's a first. One thought that was going to happen. So we're all just very, very surprised. Yeah, the like 5 AdMech players I think are really upset right now. Because Necron just came along and got something better than them immediately. Yeah, I think every Iron Warriors player has been, so no, that's cool. And then next week there's more big Heresy news, so we'll see what else is coming. I will say GW missed their November window to release news about Thousand Suns. That's what they've done the past 2 years. So I am a little surprised. I'm talking about AdMech. Yeah. I mean, right now it works for knights. Yeah, giving it stealth, giving it like +1 toughness or advance in charge on was like Canis Rex. Just run in and wreck everything. From across the board. Yeah, we're doing highlights today. I think I'm gonna add another drop of Faded Plum in this. It is a little bright for my taste, or not bright enough for my taste. I feel like I want stronger of a highlight. You Prime games are fire. Hired Gun, Space Hulk, and Dawn of War. Oh, on like Prime, if you have like Amazon Prime, you get like Prime games or something. Do you get those free to keep, or is that only while you have Prime? So, Gosu, there are 2 models they're releasing. There's one that's just like standing still, and there's another one that's like running forward with his hammer up. The running forward one is the Warhammer World exclusive. The standing still one is the one everybody can buy. Yeah. Okay, one more drop of this Faded Plum. You keep them. Do you get Steam keys? Yeah, that's I'm curious about that, because that's a pretty cool release. I've never played Hired Gun, but Space Hulk was. I'm assuming is it Space Hulk like the first-person shooter, or the board game turned Steam game? Got a message here. Oh, Epic keys. Oh. Okay. Yeah, no company's gonna work with GOG now, because GOG is making their stand on giving people games to keep. Okay, let's try this with slightly brighter. Idea is to do this and not have it take a million years. Hey, you're a raptor. What's going on? I'm doing well. So when I originally read that the leaks, I thought it was talking about non-Titan, non-vehicle, non-mounted units. But no, it's vehicle units that are not vehicle and mounted units that aren't Titanic. That's what the rule follows, which I think makes it better, but makes it worse for me because I don't have as many of those units. So I don't own a whole bunch of tanks for my Necrons. But man, that detachment's really good. I guess it seems really good. Okay. Highlight's better. Difficult to see from the man, my lighting is I can't. Yeah, Tesseract, Obelisk, and Monoliths are all Titanic, so like they don't get the benefit. Used to be the company to keep everything listed forever and implement community patches to keep the game running. Started delist games. Yeah, they had a big a big thing with Blizzard, right? Because Blizzard was trying to delist games, and GOG's like, no, we're not going to do that. Tough day at the office. That sucks. You're a raptor. Well, hopefully your afternoon is better. Afternoon, evening's better. Hopefully the weather's okay there. We've had some crazy weather. Most excited I've been in a while. Yeah, that's awesome though. We got cool mini. You know, updated rules is always nice. It's cool to hear that you're getting getting new stuff. Yeah, that's exciting. I watched. It was man, what was the channel? There's a Horus Heresy channel that I subscribed to, just like battle reports and stuff, and they did you know, all the new hotness is tier lists, and they did a Legion tier list, like Legion special rule tier list or whatever, and it was pretty funny. They got to they got the Thousand Suns, and Thousand Suns are a big point of like complaining this edition, especially from Thousand Suns players, because they were like really good in first edition. And they're originally going to put them, they're like, yeah, the rule actually isn't that bad, and they were like, yeah, I'm going to put them in the middle of B tier. And this guy just goes on this absolute rant about how much better they are than most of the other legions, and for all these reasons. And so they ended up putting them in A tier because this guy's rant. I thought that was really funny. Like, I'm sure it's going to be a big point of complaining. Drizzle throughout the day, but it's been a great day here. Yeah. We actually lost power at some point last night. We had a bunch of tree branches come down and everything, so it was pretty crazy here, weather-wise. center. You mean to put the am I my mini off center? What's going on, Peter? We are going to finish this purple and hopefully get another base coat or two on these minis. Dots out here. I'm always trying to adjust my camera and I can't find like a perfect setting to like get the lighting right to where like the mini just shows up and looks normal. Like I don't know why that's so difficult and how people figure that out. Like I'm using, you know, a lot of light, but I'm trying to soften it so it's not like getting like crazy glares and everything and like washing out colors, but it's still washing out colors. And you know, it's yeah, I don't know. What I get for not being a camera person. Gosu's off calling his parents to tell him that Iron Warriors Praetor came out. Like, Mom, Dad, it finally happened. Yeah, and the bedpan. Yeah. You're like, it finally happened. Like, we're gonna be grandparents? You're like, no. Iron Warriors Praetor. That'll be your grandchild. Yep, my parents were. Just a nice long day. Being a purple highlight on Tyranids. I'm thinking next week we'll get started on some World Eaters. Really nice we could finish those quick, but I have never painted these particular minis before. But kind of, I don't know, somewhere I'd say a smaller batch. It's 2 Forge Fiends, and I think they're going to be Forge Fiends. I need to verify. I think that's what was said, but yeah, I might try to assemble them this weekend. paint those. I have ideas though. Nice color scheme. I like when people go all vibrant with their nids. Yeah, this is a cool color scheme. Yeah. This is a commission, but we kind of came up with this color scheme together. Really like it. You have AOS stuff? Equivalent to 1840. Yeah. Buying a whole bunch. Oh, wow, okay. Dang. You're gonna have some things to paint over over the holidays, right? Is that what I'm hearing? Seems to be what I'm getting from that Aslan. Bugs. Yes, Oberion, it is bugs. Sure is. It's the best color scheme. Well, thank you. We're slowly getting there. Didn't take too long if I clean my airbrush, yeah. Yeah, I'm really curious how long 2 Forge Fiends will take to paint. I'm going to be following, you know, the same like techniques I did with the World Eaters before, because it's the same army. So, you know, a couple extra steps, but I'm base coating them in bronze. And I'm gonna fill in their armor with the red. Part of me wants to do one way and one the other, just so I can see which one's faster, but this takes time. It's been funky lately. That sucks. Yeah, it's really annoying having airbrush issues. Just gotta give it a good deep clean every once in a while. I'm thinking Sunday on stream. Maybe I will start on my my 100-man army project. Gonna have to lay down some rules though. But I can put a timer up and just get painting and see how far I get through it, because I've been really wanting to paint those minis for about a month now, and I've had other things to do. I can't get around to them. Okay, there's 5 done. 26 minis in total here. Yeah, I need to highlight. 9 of them are little spore mines, and then I have 10 Hormagaunts and a Ripper Swarm, so that's most of them. So that's 20 of the minis, but the other 6 are no, 7. There's 7 more. So there's 3 Biovore Pyrovores, and then there's a Lictor, 2 Neurolictors, and Death Leaper, and that's what I have to paint. No, I'm not highlighting the underside. I did with one stage of the highlight. I'm sorry if the picture isn't clear enough to see some of the highlight here, but we're just getting upper edges and like the sharper edges on the mini. Around the missile, around these little like vent area things. I call them vents, I don't know what they are. Splits in the skin. The way to do these minis, if you want to replicate this color scheme, I airbrushed the purple as a base coat. It's Pearl Curl Dark Purple. Excuse me. And I recommend just taking Faded Plum and doing a light like overbrush, like a dry brush over the whole mini before you do anything else. And then do the rest of the armor and flesh and everything. It will save you so much time. Army, is there something special about 100-man army? It's 100 minis. So I found some STLs I really liked, and I kind of felt like I just wanted to print a bunch. So they're very simple, by a creator called Quartermaster 3D, and it's the Trench Devils are the name of the units. But I bought those STLs and I printed them for a like militia detachment for my Heresy Thousand Sons. But the thing about militia is their units cost like between 2 and 4 points apiece. In a game that's 3,000 points, you need a lot of them, and they're terrible. They're awful in the game, but they're dirt cheap. So I printed 100 of them, and so I was like, I want to paint all these at the same time. I found a really quick method to paint them, and so I was going to do that. So I airbrushed them, and yeah, no one's getting salty. I'm just curious. Yeah, he's just curious. Played a campaign with 100 guardsmen and none were replaced between games. That's is that a mini wargaming thing? Yeah. Smago, what's going up? What do I normally do for terrain? I have a bunch of painted terrain. I have some 3D printed stuff. I have a lot of like GW terrain. It sounds really bad, but I really do like GW terrain. I think it looks cool. That said, it's not the most practical for actual gaming. But I have a whole like shelving unit full of painted terrain in my game room. Taking a bit of a painting break during the holidays? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Are you asking what I'm doing? Is that what you're doing? If you're doing it, that's cool, man. You take a break. Oh, on the mini. Oh, okay, that's right. On the mini bases. Okay. What I'm gonna do for these guys, I'm gonna put down some. It's Vallejo texture paste, and then I'm gonna paint it. If you want a finished example of how these minis look, on my Instagram, if you type in !Insta, you can go to my Instagram. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll find I had already painted and completed and posted some minis for this army. So you can get a good look of how the finished minis will turn out. Oh, what you're doing? Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, the prices on GW Terrain is awful. Yeah, it's like one of those like treat yourself moments, right? Where you're just like, yeah. Yeah, I think I had when I was painting test minis for my 100 man mini thing, these 3D prints. I was testing them. I had 10 of them, and I factored it to about 10 minutes per miniature. And I think that was including the airbrush and base coat, which the airbrush and base coat was under a minute each. So, and that's already done. But yeah, I'm actually gonna put a timer on the screen, and I'm just gonna be moving quick. So it's literally just an exercise in how fast I can paint a whole bunch of stuff. And to see if I can get them to look good. I didn't necessarily factor in basing in my test paint, but yeah. Got an Amazon for gaming terrain. Need 2 of them though for a full table. Yeah, there's some people that sell on Amazon that sell some cool stuff. That's maybe a little generic, but you paint it up and you make it your own, and it looks good. RFND, what's up, man? Stop by and say hello. Yeah. Heading out for a couple days. Nice. Well, you enjoy your trip, and thanks for stopping by. Great to see you stopping in, man. And I hope you have a great holiday. Yeah, I like Quartermaster 3D. They make really good looking minis. Um, so I got their entire line of they're called Trench Devils, and I'm turning them into like desert fighters basically, to match with like a Prospero theme. And I got some other STLs from a couple other creators to like fill out some of the missing parts of the army that I can make like sentinels and such. So I found some good sentinels that I printed. I have 4 of them fully printed and primed and base coated that I want to paint as well. And but yeah, I have 10 cavalry, like Rough Rider units, that are printed and everything. Yeah, it's the 100 infantry, which includes command squad and some extras and stuff. But some of this, just want to make sure I get a good. It's good for a whole table. Bought them like a year apart. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to look at this. What is this terrain set? Thinks I'm a bot? What? Oh, cool. Alright, yeah. That is like, that's very simple. That's expensive. That's pricey. But all in the 15. Okay, so I see the 15-piece set, and there's the one. Yeah. Also Canadian. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, okay. They're using Monopoly dollars here. Hmm. Full set $200. Oh wow, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, pretty good for a full table. Part of me is thinking like if I were to spend $200 on, you know, a big set of terrain, like I might be more motivated to like kind of go the extra mile and just buy a filament printer, like an FDM printer, and the filament, and just like start printing my own. Hey, Spill Paint Pot. Did you see the new Iron Warrior stuff? I know you might be mildly interested. It's Horus Heresy, but Iron Warrior's finally got a Praetor. Yeah, yeah, they got something for 30K. 30K. Yeah, it's heresy, but they got their Praetor. The is it a Warsmith? Is that what he's called? Like the unique Praetor mini? No, he looks good. Looks good. There's actually two minis. 3D printer her wife has vetoed. Apparently, I have no room for it, and the fumes are toxic for resin. She doesn't want a bunch of 3D printed stuff everywhere. You got to show her videos of like the practical things people make with 3D printing. You know, if you want terrain, if you're wanting to print terrain, then it's FDM printer all the way. If you're wanting minis, then you know resin printer. They both give off fumes. They're just different kinds of fumes. So you know she's not wrong in that. Like it's a whole learning process. Fine, it's on the Warcom site. Yeah, it is toxic. It's just you know it's more microplastics in very large numbers that you're inhaling, and not like you know volatile organic compounds. So yeah, yeah, you can print minis with an FDM printer. They aren't as good, but you can. You computer and monitor. Hey, that's cool though. That's cool. A dissociative high or hallucinogenic high, yeah. You know, I've been resin printing for a while now, and I have never gotten any high from it, so I feel like I need my money back. Yeah, resin ones are, yeah, much higher resolution. You can print decent minis with an FDM printer. And the plastic is more durable, I think, from an FDM printer, but like, you know, I think it's better for big things that don't require as much detail or that you can weather to death, which I feel like terrain is perfect for. Well, the potential's still too big to get a printer, I understand. I'm just talking, I literally have 100 minis just sitting to the side on top of everything else. Make friends with someone with a resin printer. Yeah, yeah, it's exactly what you do, Aslan, yeah. That's the win-win. You just make it a deal where, you know, you pay for your own resin or filament, and otherwise you guys just print the things for each other. Although I don't know, I think I like the well, that seems about fair. I think filament's cheaper, so you get more out of it, but resin has a lot more like that you need to do to like clean a print and everything. So oh, is that what you do for an FDM? Yeah. I still don't think they print minis as good, like as high quality as a resin printer, but it is. I think it is doable. Once in a Six Side made a whole video about it. So if there's someone that would be an authority on 3D printing, he would probably be it. It's 3D printing minis. Did that, okay. Cool. Ormagants. Done with this color. A convenient way of dealing with layer lines. Yeah, that's true. You know, I have very minimal layer lines with a resin printer. And yeah, when I do have layer lines, it's on like really specific stuff. Like if I'm printing something really big, I get weird layer lines. But I have printed squads and squads of like infantry and stuff, but never had problems with layer lines. Like I'll print shoulder pads, and the shoulder pads will be fine. I don't get any layer lines on them. Multiple passes with primer, yeah. With more coats of paint. Air Magants. Let's see if my calibration helper succeeded. Okay, cool. Yeah, the one's only available at Warhammer World, but hey, you know what? It's cool. We're talking about 3D printing. I'm sure one will be or both will be available in STL very soon, but one might be a little more popular. Right. GW sculpts not to feature elements that are clipped into each other. yeah, that'd be nice. Or, GW stuff not to have layer lines in them. To this guy, because like one of those just as an updated tech marine. Yeah. Oh no, thank you. Peter. Just wanted to show off my thumbnails. That's all. I have a cheap channel point redemption. Yeah, the stay on target one. They're milling marks? Yeah, it's true. Well, I don't know. They might be layer lines. Because it might be, I think they 3D print their masters, and then they do like they make the molds out of the master. Oh, okay. I can't see a joke. Chat. It doesn't. Is that how they make their resin molds, though? I'm talking about resin minis. Not, the resin molds are normally like the soft silicone molds. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the compliment. They don't make those anymore? The silicone molds? I don't know. They make resin minis. Okay. This guy here. All these little pieces real quick. Three more of these and the rippers, and then 7 minis. I like how you use the side of the brush. Yeah, it's the best way to highlight. You want the smallest point of contact, right? So brush perpendicular, and yeah, then you don't have to risk like your bristles like splaying out while you're applying pressure to the mini and everything. So it's just a different way of going about it. Okay, those big things done. Let's get these rippers. Ah, it's stuck in my finger. All right. After we finish this purple, which these are all the minis that don't take much time to do, so they're the simple ones. After this color, we're gonna grab black, just a coal black. We're gonna go through all the talons and teeth, barb type things. Also, I just want to say, if there is a Darian B who is a Patreon member in chat, message me on Discord, you won a set of brushes. Is that you? Alright. That's you, Mydra. I'm glad I didn't say a last name. But yeah, message me. If that's you, message me on Discord. I'll get you some stuff going. Oh, dang. Alright. You guys gotta be messing with me. Take him. I'm totally a Darian B. You gotta prove it by providing me your social security number and a credit card number. Yeah, and the 3 little numbers on the back, that's right, yeah. Yeah. That sounds crazy, right? Alright. Little rippers. Hey, Pone, what's up? I had a category. It says I have a category. I just updated it again with the category. I don't know why it turns off my category every time, but I literally, like, I go into Twitch every morning now, and I put seriously? Hold on. Something I'll look into. I'm sorry. I don't think you should be getting mid-roll ads. I don't know about the banner ads. Those might not be able to be helped, but let's get lictors first. Yeah, which is funny because it was selected. So Twitch has been removing my category in between streams, where it used to just save it, you know, and like so I would just jump in and stream, you know, to have my category there. So I go into Twitch every morning and I make sure I'm in the right category. And I did that this morning. Apparently, that wasn't enough for Twitch. So I am sorry, guys. If you got an ad for that, the category change cost for an ad, that's ridiculous. Mind the banner ads, especially on mobile. Yeah. What if I could just run a banner ad the whole time? So you have to have a banner ad there. Triggered it all the other day. Weird. Yeah, Twitch's had weird things, but it's been for weeks at this point, the whole category thing. And they take me out of the category. And it might be because I used Restream, but it was working fine with Restream for a long time. And now it doesn't work. Which doesn't want to do anything with Restream. Let's see. Alright. Have a good one, Spill Paintball. I'll see you later. Ads are really annoying, though. Apologize, everybody. just his head. Been playing little bits of Legion Tower Defense 2. And I got to platinum level ranking. Feels good. I don't think I've ever been platinum level ranking in any game I've played, because I don't play games multiplayer, but that game's been fun multiplayer. Yeah, I had a really like toxic experience with someone the other evening. So now I'm like really like weary about, you know, people on my team and stuff. But everybody else has been great. Had one bad experience, and you know, I let the guy know. I let him have it and told him. Very disrespectful young man. There's a game called Legion Tower Defense 2. Yeah, get off my lawn. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah. So it's a game back in the old days. Warcraft 3 had like a big modding community, and one of the ways people would mod the games was to make like mini games inside of Warcraft. So I never played these games. I actually never played Warcraft 3. I had the first 2 Warcraft games, and I had a ton of other RTS. I never played Warcraft 3. Anyway. So one of those games was Legion Tower Defense, and it's kind of like an auto-battler tower defense, like, competitive multiplayer game. And then what happened was, and that's kind of like where, like, Dota came from, and, like, League of Legends was kind of in the similar vein of that. There's all these games that spawned out of this. So Legion Tower Defense 2 was the mod creators basically just creating their own game out of that custom game. And it's a few years old, but it's a pretty active game. So a streamer I watched started playing it, and the game looked like fun. Yeah, not a game I would be interested in at all if someone just asked me about it. But yeah, I decided to get it. It was super discounted. I had a free weekend, and it was like very discounted a couple weeks ago. And so I decided to pick it up and try it out and everything, and I enjoyed it. I have watched enough of that guy's streams where I feel like I'm way ahead of the curve on like what to do and how things work and what units are good and when to send and when not to send and all that. So yeah, it's been really cool. So I've been playing, you know, 1 to 4 games an evening. It's a really quick game to play. I just mess around. Playing Monster Hunter? Oh, okay. Nice. That's cool, Barium. Got someone to play Monster Hunter with. I didn't even know there were multiple games, to be honest. Intex, oh, okay. Legs. The Biovores and Pyrovores should be a little quicker. Death Leaper is the one that's going to take forever, I think. this color, not forever, but he'll be the one that takes longest here. And my goal today is to finish this purple and to get the base coat of black on everybody, which will be quicker, not super fast, but it'll be pretty quick. I'm also just doing flat yellow for eyes. We'll end up getting the eyes painted eventually. I think this might be my last stream. If I can get that process done, like that, get to that step, you know, hit that goal or whatever, I think this will be my last stream with these Tyranids. And I'll finish them over the weekend, including their basing and everything. But I'll take some nice pictures. I'm gonna need fodder for the socials anyway, so. Resolution quality camera use. I use a, oh my gosh, what is my camera? It's a Lumix GX85. I think it's just a 50mm lens. It is in 1440, but I suck with cameras, so I spend so much time adjusting the settings on this camera, and I can't get it to anything like amazing to take advantage of my actual good settings on this camera. Got that arm, this arm. No, it's not digital zoom. Digital. I can say that word. Digital zoom. Just manual, just with the lens. Pushing the lens forward, you know, doing that whole thing. In the wrong direction in combat. Is that like the old like World of Warcraft raid days? That anybody else, you'd have to do that. You'd have to healers would do this. You would face away from the combat and heal while you're not facing what's going on, because there was so much going on it would like lag you out. It would drop your frame rate to where you couldn't do anything. That's a memory. Not quite. Okay. Got that. Neck there. Let's get ahead. Yeah, asking for medication. I've waited 3 weeks to hear back from the doctor. Called and asked what it was, and like, would you rather spend $500 a week on this med? What? Of course I would like to spend all of my money on this medication I should be getting for free. Okay. Oh, okay. For a second I thought you were ghostly replying about the VA, and I was like, wait a minute, what about attacking? What's going on? pitchfork ready. Alright, cool. Okay. Neurolictor's done. 5 more minis. Let's get linebacker here. Angle yourselves, please. Okay. Linebacker Lictor. Second. Painting Wife just texted me and asked if we have power. If I lose power midstream, you guys know it's alright. It's crazy weather. Okay. Wife is getting power outage emails from the power company. But as far as I know, we still have electricity. Or I am stuck in some kind of crazy time loop, and I'm going to use it to take advantage of going to take a nap. So, what's up, Zen? Why Mini Marvels? How you doing? Been a while since I've seen you. How have you been? Time loop? Why are you painting the same leg all the time? Yeah. Stuck painting this Tyranid. Good to hear, man. And I asked, you guys see all the Warhammer news stuff? Wondering if people saw the detachments and the 30k minis coming. We talked about this. Yeah, it's Good Heresy Thursday for Gosu in particular. AdMech detachment came out, which is apparently super good, but I have no idea what most of the words mean. And then the Necron detachment that's supposed to be coming out tomorrow leaked, so we know what's in it, and it is apparently busted. So Zen, you'll play some 40k tomorrow? I'll play some Necrons. I actually don't own the minis to make it busted, so it wouldn't really work for me, because it's like all vehicles. Oops, all vehicles and jet bike units. And I don't have any mounted units and don't have like 3 vehicles, so... Some new busted GW stuff to go buy. Yeah. Yep, so go buy all your Necron vehicles, your the Doomsday Arcs and Locust Destroyers that are 25 years old or 30 years old or something. For some reason, still haven't had an updated model, but they're the best Destroyer minis, so... Talked about that. Oh, you got something going on? You canceling? You don't want to play... Oh, cool. Yeah, let's not play 40k then. You want to play... do you want to play Armada? Or do you want to play something else? Because we can get out some crazy Armada stuff. Or we can just play something else. Doesn't matter to me. What I'm down with. Okay. Or do you want to play 30k? Armada's cool. Yeah, Zen, what faction you want to play? Want to play other stuff with the same minis? Just need to find someone to play. Yeah, that's true. Or Zen just wants to put Domino on the table. Did you paint her yet? Oh, it's on the docket for today. Okay, all right. Well, don't let me distract you. It's like a fun one to paint. Yeah, I mean we can. I mean I'm kind of fine with whatever. I'm not too picky. I was just thinking like what sounds fun to me with 40k is like a big apocalypse game. Like a 5,000 or more point game of 40k, and just put all kinds of like a huge like Space Marine company, like all your I don't know. I wonder how many points of Imperial Fist you have. That's what I'm curious about. Because I have a surprisingly small number of points of like Necrons, and about 3,500. Does that include your Xiphon? You gotta include your Xiphon in that. I think, okay, I think I'm pushing around 3,500. Or a little over 3,000 with my Necrons. But, yeah, it's a lot less than I thought it was. Bunch of unpainted guard artillery. I'd love to get ready for an apocalypse game. Yeah, there you go. Yep. $500 points of Nids, 500 points of Blood Angels, 1,000 points of Knights. Yeah. I have a casual like 9,000 points of painted Thousand Suns. It's not enough. It feels like I'm barely scratching the surface with my Thousand Suns. Does though. Anyone who collects a 30k Legion knows. You know how it's like when there's 200 unit options and all of them are cool and they all work. You're like, man, I could just get more. Count them with 3 to 4k points of painted Iron Warriors. Nice. You don't even have Perturabo, do you? Best me ever. Yeah, I know how you feel. Alright, alright. I get it. Gentle over that. Gentle over that. I learned something about Perturabo the other day. I didn't realize, I don't know if he got like in a tussle with Fulgrim or something, and Fulgrim like stole his soul, or like part of his soul or something weird like that. 3,600 points Iron Imperial Fist. All right, all right. And he's like enfeebled, basically. So, like, End of Heresy Perturabo is, like, stuck in a chair. Oh, okay, I didn't realize. And he just, like... So I read Fury of Magnus. Does Fury of Magnus take place before that book, Angels Exterminatus, or is that after? Exosuit for himself. Okay. Okay, it's way later in the Siege of Terror. Alright. I would think, you know, just... If this were me, if I happened to be Perturabo, and in this situation where some dude who was on my side stole my soul, I'd be pretty upset about that. You know, like, at least, like, I think reasonably upset, but reasonably upset would be like, I want to kill this dude and, like, get my soul back, but also, like, I just want to kill this dude for being a jerk. And I read Fury of Magnus, and there's interactions with Perturabo and Magnus. And Perturabo's just, like, totally chill about everything. You know, he's just commanding the traitor armies, and he's just kind of, like, doing his thing. But I'm like, yeah, I'd be sending, you know, Fulgrim in by himself to just die. Old, King David style. The wall and Dorn repels him, and Fulgrim quits the siege. Oh, it's just like that early? Okay. Oh, he does. And Dorn seems to do that a lot in the Heresy. Yeah, Zen, my biggest 40k army based on points, and this is hilarious because I had always assumed it was my Drukhari, because I have a ton of Drukhari minis, but it's not my Drukhari. It is my Ultramarines. I have 4,000 points of Ultramarines. Hey, Frank M, what's going on? Joining on YouTube. How you doing, man? Yeah, Ultramarines are my biggest army. Both my Drukhari and my Necrons are around 3k. And then, yeah, Ultras are at a little over 4. 4,900. They keep going down, yeah. Yep. My Drukhari were 5,000 points at some point in some edition. So, Scott Melville, thank you very much. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday to everybody. How many points? Probably like 900, to be honest. I didn't even bother to figure out how many points I had of them. T-Slayer, what's going on, man? Ken says he left and Alfarius is there to... He left him to fake his death. Mid-9th, they were at 5,500 and they're at 49. It's hilarious. Yeah, happy Thursday, Frank M. Left a hand. Oh, okay. Nothing much. You work? Got some painting here and get done? What's going on? We're working on basically the final highlight of this purple. On this stuff like his little like flesh cloak here and the pyrivores and the birivores have some things too. We're gonna do an extra layer of highlight, but otherwise, we'll be done with the purple. I would have a spare pair of Primarch hands. Yeah, just laying around. That'd be funny. The whole time, Dorn is laughing like they think they're writing on my hand. I don't think he laughs, though. All right, you guys. Do you guys want to hear some Painting Dad family drama? That's really funny. Yeah, I got Painting Dad family drama here. I'm gonna tell you guys the story because I think my experience on Twitch is relevant, which sounds really bad, but you guys are hanging out with Zendral so much, and we have these conversations. He brings these things up, but all right, so here's the deal. My wife has a couple sisters, and they're quite a few years older than she is, but about 10 years ago or so. Man says two hands he's not using. That's true. Yeah. Ferris Manus. But her one sister was married to this guy, is father of her two kids. The guy is like the coolest guy ever. Like, he is always the most friendly person. Everything about him just a good dude. 100%. Well, she ended up leaving him for this other guy that she dated in high school that she comes back to 20 years later. And the guy is a total loser. Like, it's hard to describe like how much of a loser this guy is, but he has a job. Okay, so he's not unemployed. I actually found out recently, after, I guess kind of knowing this guy for like 10 years, that he had been living with his parents this whole time. And their kids were like early teenagers too, and it was just like, or they were kind of young. They were young enough. It's like, a big deal. And their kids are so like, they're good kids and everything. There's some, I don't know, funny things. The part of this story isn't like super karma, but he's the kind of guy. He hangs whenever we do like family things. He didn't talk much, but when he did, he would complain about how like kids never want to work these days and everything. I'm like, dude, you're like 40, but still, like, that's what he would do all the time. Like, that was his only talking subject of conversation, was just young people don't want to work, they're lazy, they're, and there's, whatever, all this stuff. I found out recently he'd been living with his parents for, like 10 years or whatever, and he finally moved in with my wife's sister. So that's a whole thing. Well, her kids don't like this guy because she sees who he really is. The two kids definitely see who he really is and everything. Rent free. Okay, yeah. No, so the point isn't that he's a loser because he lives with his parents. All right. The point is he's like super hypocritical about the things he says, and then, like, he comes out like, no one wants to be a real man, and kids don't work these days, and all kids are lazy and they suck. And then it's like, you've been living literally in your parents' basement, it's, and like, he has a job, and like a stable job and stuff. It's just crazy. But anyway, I'm taking this off. Too difficult. So he moves in with my sister-in-law. And apparently he does nothing around the house, doesn't do anything to help. He'll pay for dinners sometimes, like if they go out to eat, but otherwise, like, he doesn't do anything. And my niece and nephew are like, come on, dude, like seriously, like you're just like back to living with your parents here. Is that what you think this is gonna be like? But he acts like that. All right, never liked the guy, homewrecker, all those things. But anyway, so yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. So we had two nieces over. One of the nieces are that sister's daughter, who's in her early 20s. She's finishing out college and everything. But her and another niece came over. They're all both about similar age, and we're just kind of spending some time with them. Because we had the time and everything. It was good to see him and stuff. And the other niece is engaged, and so they just wanted to have him over for dinner and all that. Well, we're talking and we're asking one niece about said loser boyfriend and what's going on with all that. She's talking about how her mom is always complaining about him and stuff, and joking about how she's just gonna throw him out and all these things, and all this stuff. And we're like, please do it, please. Well, the niece starts talking about some of the behaviors he has, about how he never talks to anybody. He'll never like start a conversation. He will just like, I'm sure a lot of people do this, but he'll sit on his phone for hours. But it's not just like he'll sit on his phone. It's like he'll watch like the same car video, like in the dark at like 1 a.m. He'll just be watching this like video, like with his phone right up against his face. He never gives compliments to anybody. He just doesn't. Like, it's just all these little things, all these things. All right. Well, I had this thought in my head and I was about to say it, but I was thinking, does he have Asperger's? Like, does this guy literally have like mild autism? Because the more she was talking, the more it sounded like he had like symptoms of, kind of like characteristics of someone with like autism. And so we yeah, just the behaviors. And then I just like, the more I just think about any of the interactions I had with him, it's very like, like socially unaware, like doesn't pick up social cues. He won't like really speak unless spoken to, unless he has some like random thing to complain about or something. According to the niece, like if she ever needed help with anything, like he'll help her like with cars and whatever. But yeah, just little things like that. Well, before I could say it, my wife speaks up and she's like, she's like, does he have Asperger's? And I was like, she knows. My wife understands like the my thoughts basically. And so she mentions that, and the niece just like stops. She just stops talking, and she's like, wait. She's like, what? She's like, I've never thought of that before. She's like, no. She's like, it makes sense now. She's like, I can't believe it. She's like, I think he does. She's like, I absolutely think it does. And so the rest of the evening, just out of nowhere, she would mention, she's like, I really think he has Asperger's. And she just kept going on. I think we just changed that woman's perception of like everything. And then we were thinking like there's no way anybody would ever tell him, because he would absolutely flip out if someone mentioned that to him, like in any serious capacity. But I don't know. It's gonna be this thing where like the whole family knows except for him. And yeah, listen, Asperger's or not, the guy's a jerk, and he has done his best to destroy a family. So I have no sympathy, and I've never had respect for the man. But it does make the that whole like line of thinking makes so my buddy get on a Miata. No, it's like lift kits on like F-150s or something. Like it'd be something like that. Gonna pitch this to Netflix as a chick flick, yeah. think I got my millions in my my Hallmark holiday movies. Yeah. And again, I don't want to disparage anyone who, like if you have, if you have autism or Asperger's or whatever, like, that's like that is you, and and everything, and I seriously not, I'm not making fun of him because he would possibly have Asperger's. I'm making fun of, I always make fun of him because he's a loser, he's a terrible person. Like, he brings no joy to anybody's life, and he never says anything nice about his, long-term girlfriend. But yeah, it just, no, yeah, no, I've worked with autistic children as well, and like, and my wife's family, they there are several children in the family that have pretty, they're on the spectrum, and like, some are nonverbal and everything, and so like, you know we I have, the utmost respect for, people with autism and people who work with those who have it and everything. But man, that guy sucks though. His name's Bobby. It's not, no, not sports cars. No, he's like huge lifted truck. Um, like I'm from the South kind of guy when he's from Central Ohio. Grew up in the suburbs. Yeah, yeah, he's one of those guys. But no, it was just funny because my wife mentioned it, and I was laughing because I had that exact same thought, I think, at that same time, and just some of the things she was describing. It's like south north, if that makes sense. Yeah, Ohio's a weird state, where everybody thinks they're from the South, but then if you tell people, Ohio fought for the like actual America, not the traders, and people get like upset. But then like the cities are super liberal, and we have like kind of four like bigger metro areas, and then if you go 5 minutes outside the city, it's like you're in the sticks. But yeah, I think we completely changed perspectives of both of our nieces, but the one in particular who lives with this guy at this point for the most part. Yeah, Dreff Builder, what's up, man? Southern PA in the Mason Dixon line. Yeah, yeah. People have Confederate flags um, around where I live too. And again, I live in an area that did not fight for the South, and yeah. This is where all the gay kids of farmers move to. That's I think that's true. Yeah, the metro areas. Yeah. Welcome to farmland country. Yeah, Illinois is the same way. Yeah, Illinois though is like dominated by Chicago. Like Ohio isn't, which is weird because like Columbus is a big city, Cleveland and Cincinnati are both big cities, but like it just doesn't work the same in Ohio. You just need another, 5 million people in the cities, I guess. I don't. Apartment neighbor here in Finland had a Confederate flag on his balcony. What? Man, that's just like loser talk right there. Is what that is. Stolen valor, city kids that pretend they were always country boys. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Ohio and country boy is. I had a friend he was from Virginia. He moved up to Ohio, and I remember going to his house and he had a Confederate flag, and I made fun of him so bad. I don't know if he ever took it down because I don't think I ever went back to his house, but man, he was like, "Yeah, look at this, cool." And I was like, "That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen you have." Like this, like you're in Ohio, idiot. Like, Illinois is defined by Chicago. Yeah, yeah, culture to the outside. Okay, okay. Most Illinois hates Chicago. That's fair. I am a bad house guest. Yeah, yep. I'm a terrible house guest. Chill out, Cletus. Y'all lost. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel, man. Ethno nationalist groups here as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Finns are super cool people. I have never met a Finn I didn't like, but they did fight with Germany in World War II, so you know, mostly out of like state survival, right? But does she have kids with Bob? No, she doesn't. No. So she just has two kids from her previous marriage. Yeah, it seems like that kind of stuff sticks around though, even in a place as cool as Finland. Dragged on me for my coaster choice so bad. I don't even know what coaster choice. What is this? I'm supposed to have ragged on you for? I don't even remember. I did rag on you for your choice of gas station food. That was pretty decent. Where that one Finnish sniper took a Mosin. That was in the war before World War II. That was in the Winter War against the Soviets. But yeah, was it the White Death? Is that what he is called? His name, who I can't pronounce. No option there. Yeah, yep. They did end up betraying the Germans. That's true. That is true. Dref, yeah. Incomprehensible language in the hydraulic press channel. I I think Leo twitched. Yeah, you just summarized Finland. You know what though? There is no. He's Norwegian. Never mind. That's Norway. There's a YouTube channel I liked, but it's the guys from Norway. So that doesn't work. Sailor Moon pantsuit coasters are my fine china. Okay, yeah. I gotta see these coasters, man. I feel like this is just your way to tell me you bought coasters. You're excited about it. Alex, what's going on? Yeah. Okay, I think we did all of our highlights here on this guy. So we're gonna go back and get claws, and we're gonna do some more on the little skin cape. It's the ethical skin cape. That's what that is. I don't know if you guys realize that or not, but you know, all these other faction making skin capes out of other people's skin, and he's nice enough to make a skin cape out of his own skin. Fun yet strange tabletop session. Yeah, let me know about it. What's going on? Looks with a dwarf on it. It says make beer not war. That's great. Mosin from 1946. Yeah. Yeah, he used iron sights too. That was like his whole thing. He would carry on a submachine gun. My understanding was he did that as well for like clearing positions and stuff. But yeah, I also have a Mosin Nagant. Mine was built in 1945, and yeah, this is a powerful rifle though. No, no, not Squidmar. No, the YouTuber I was thinking of is it's the STF Wargaming, and the guy that runs it, they do Middle Earth battle reports. And the guy that runs it, it's Andreas is his name. He's Andreas Norwegian Viking is what he calls himself. So for some reason I thought he was Finnish, but if he's the Norwegian Viking, he'd be from Norway, right? Like that would make sense. Mosin, yeah. I think I shot that first time I got that Mosin. I shot it. I put like 40 rounds through it. It bruised my shoulder really bad. My older brother got one too, and he made people at the range really mad. The garbage rod will work for centuries after we die, Frank. Yeah, that's the Mosin. Is that a nickname for it? I've never heard that. If it works, it works. Unfortunately, with mine, the bayonet that came with it, because you get like the whole kit. You know, they were like $89 when I got mine. But the one I got, the bayonet was from a different one. Like they kind of pieced it together, and the bayonet doesn't fit on the rifle properly. So unfortunate. Scope was mini. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he has good reasoning for it, Dref, too. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, like why he used the iron sights instead of the scope. He didn't want the reflection and or fogging up, and like he had, yeah, keep his head lower, all those things. The whole kit and caboodle, that's right. Happened. One, we were given rewards for completing our mission. Did our last mission a couple weeks ago. Bring Egyptian themed armor showed up. Got annoyed that none of his standard targets are there and leaves. Oh, okay. Huh. There, another group psychically attacked the other groups to find a statue. Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, I have the by 54 rounds. Yeah, I bought a whole can of those. Whole like spam can of ammo. Again, dirt cheap. That's the fun thing about that rifle. Just how cheap everything is. I don't think it is anymore, but I got mine. It was. That's the Mosin's nickname? Okay, that's great. Garbage rod. Sounds appropriate. We're just chugging along. We just got 2 more minis after this. And then we're going to paint these little, one more highlight on these areas that were like started a step higher. This gun. This stuff here. Yeah, yeah, they moved. Isn't cheap right now. Yeah, from the Russian sanctions, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I've had my rifle for years, years and years. Food shopping. Want to get back on painting today? Rush Iceman, Night Crawlers, Domino Prime to base coated. Nice. All right, all right. Entire Finland's a forest. Yes, they found guns in Finland. Good progress. And Zen, we should go to lunch tomorrow too. see what we're ready to do next. We're trying to get our group to go on several session journey to an island. Character. Oh, okay. Huh. Highlight's nice. Thank you. How long have you been working on this batch of minis? I kind of started last week, right? Or was it the week before? I assembled them on stream. It was 2 weeks ago. I haven't really touched these outside of stream. So basically, if I streamed painting them, and that's the work I did. The only thing I did off stream was priming and base coating them with my airbrush. Ghost spider. Armpit webbing details giving me trouble. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, ask her about it. I don't even know if she would know. She painted that many a couple years ago at this point, and she was just kind of flying by the seat of her pants painting that many. If you guys want to see Painting Wife paint minis on stream, we can work toward that goal. It's we're doing a Patreon goal is how we're doing that. And once we get to the $100 mark on Patreon, we are we're gonna be doing monthly streams of the Painting Wife. Okay, let's start with the gun on this guy. Porridge to the Dreft daughter. Yeah, all right. Have a good one, Dreft Builder. Thanks for coming to chill, man. It's great to see you. Rude called Obscure. All right, he's got crazy game. I wasn't expecting this one bit of color I put down to last me through all these highlights. What's unfortunate is I might run out on my last mini. Put down more, but my ratio is crazy. And I put down 1 drop dark purple and 3 drops purple, or faded plum. All that paint down. Nightcrawler's base. It's 1 box complete. Nice. That's awesome, Zen. You must investigate and eliminate Eldritch threats. Okay. Interesting. It's crazy how many, like, RPGs are out there. Like, all the different settings and everything. I remember, driving home from a Star Wars Armada tournament that was 3 hours away from my house. Some carpooling people, and one guy taking the entire car ride to explain to us this RPG that he plays. It was pretty torturous, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I remember remembering exactly nothing about that game after the car ride was over. But, you know, he just wanted to tell somebody. Started Morrowind? Okay. Like, the old... Which... Was that Xbox 360? Which one was Morrowind? Is that what you're talking about? Original Xbox? I tried Morrowind. My buddy had it, and I tried it. I didn't care for it. But I don't know. I've never really cared for the Elder Scrolls games. Something about them just doesn't click with me. Four is Oblivion. Okay. And I remember years ago, what feels like a lifetime ago, I believe it was 6 years ago, seeing the little announcement teaser for Elder Scrolls 6. Anybody else remember that? I remember, yeah. Been 6 years. 6-sided dice. Hard rules are artifact ability descriptions, health and dice, mostly role play. Okay, oh, that's cool. Okay. I think this little buddy's done. Put you over there. To the side. Oh, shit. KOTOR thought it was super boring. Everybody else loves it. Yeah, it took me a bit to get into KOTOR, and I tried it, I think, when it was